Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Week by Week podcast. I'm your host, Gio, and today we have an assortment of special people. Both, one of them's gonna be a man you're gonna learn to love to hate, Dean. Dean, how you doing?
Neat.
You can't say that, Dean. Oh, I'll edit that out. Oh my God. Oh my. This is. Also, who we got here? We have my dad, Lewis. Lewis, how are you doing?
I'm doing good today. How about yourself?
I don't even know. And last but not least, we have the village idiot, Derek. Derek, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Well, we can see that Derek cannot emote out of the paper bag, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, let's get into introducing this podcast and explaining what the hell this is. Basically, what this podcast is, this is basically an idea that I came up with to just give us an outlet to talk about whatever we want. And how this is going to do, we're going to break it down for 2 days a week. And on Wednesdays, what you're watching now will be the sports cast. We're going to talk about everything and anything sports. And on Saturdays, it will be like pop culture, like YouTube, gaming, TV, movies, the works. So, as you know, right now we're going to be talking about sports. And what's the biggest sporting event that's about to come out? The Super Bowl. Now, the Super Bowl this year has the Eagles and the Patriots. Now, we have an Eagles fan. We have an Eagles fan in here, and I just want to get everyone's thoughts right now on the teams that have made it. So, let's start off with the Village Idiot. Derek, how do you feel about the teams that are in the Super Bowl this year?
Well, I feel amazing because I'm an Eagles fan and I'm a diehard Eagles fan.
Not.
You are not a diehard Eagles fan, first of all, Derek.
All right. Anyway,
So,
I'm just happy. That's all I said.
yeah, you happy? Dean, as a Giants fan, how does it feel that the Eagles and the Patriots are in the Super Bowl?
It's all right. I'm gonna root for the Patriots pretty hard. So
Wow.
It's all right.
For you.
I'll be honest, I did not think you would root for the Patriots. I did not.
I am going full New England Patriots fan.
Wow, that's actually shocking. All right, right, and last but not least, the man who I'm sorry that he's a Dolphins fan. Dad, how do you feel about this lineup in the Super Bowl?
Well, I kind of like it. It probably was the best matchup out of all of them that I could come up with. So I hope it's a good Super Bowl, and I hope that the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
You see, on my side, I just want to see the Eagles lose to see how the Eagles fans will react. Because they're the funniest group of people. Because they get so mad.
Suicide rate will go up. Gio, I'm telling you, if the Eagles win, Philadelphia's gone. If they lose, the population is going to decrease.
No, it's just I personally didn't want the Patriots to be in it. I wanted the Jaguars to be in it because I would like that. I like a Super Bowl where it's like neither teams have won one, just have them go at it. I would like to see that, but the Patriots are the Patriots. So my question for you, no, you shut the hell up. My question for you, Derek, is what do you think of the Eagles' performance this year? And I'm going to ask everyone about this for both teams, but how do you feel about these teams' performance so far this year?
Like, including the regular season?
What do you think overall means? See, this is why we call you the Village Idiot.
Alright. Well, the Eagles had a great year, in my opinion. We had a couple of tough games against the Seahawks, and at the end of the year, we lost the game to the Cowboys with no starters in. And we also lost the game to the Chiefs when they're in a hot streak. And I also believe Carson Wentz, if he would have played the whole year, he would have deserved MVP because he had a fantastic year with 33 touchdowns and 7 interceptions.
Okay, that's a decently sized answer. All right, Dean, try and make it short and sweet. What do you think of both teams' performances this year?
Both teams, as in the Eagles and the Patriots.
What other teams do you think we'd be talking about?
All right. Well, all right, fine. The Patriots. Well, they're the Patriots. I expect nothing more and nothing less. And the Eagles, you just knew it was that type of year when they beat the Giants on a 61-yard field goal.
does it still hurt you, Dean? Does it still hurt you?
No, not really.
Oh, okay. Dad, how do you feel about both teams? How do you think they did?
Well, you know I hate Brady and Belichick,
Oh, I know.
but I would love to have them on my team. Yes, they obviously Brady. You can't count him out no matter what. And I even told Derek in the going into the fourth quarter, you give Brady a chance, it's over, checkmate.
Mhm.
And what happened was Jaguar let go of the chokehold that they had on him, and Brady did his thing, and that's what he normally does. You give him a little breath, he'll blow you away,
Mhm.
and that'll be the end of it. And hopefully the Eagles don't do that. If they got a chokehold on him, might as well put their foot to the pedal. If not, it's gonna be another Brady Super Bowl.
Okay. I like those answers. And whoever's rocking that chair, stop before I punch you in the throat. Thank you.
Derek.
But anyway, so this leads us into what does each team need to do to win the Super Bowl individually? So I'm going to start off with Dean. Dean, what do you think, you're rooting for the Patriots, what do you think the Patriots need to do to win this game?
Stop the run.
Stop the run. You think the Eagles have a pretty good run game?
They stop the run. They force Foles to win the game, and he will not. Pretty simple.
Dad, what do you think the Eagles need to do? Because you're rooting for them.
Their front four has to get to Brady. If they don't get to Brady, it's over.
It's over.
If you don't press on them, it's over. You could just forget it. If you can't get to Brady with four guys, they're in trouble. Because Brady's going to go into his fast pace. They won't be able to bring in all the rushing guys in and out. And Brady's just going to chew them apart. It could go that way. Or if they could stop Brady, put him in long situations on 3rd and long and put pressure on him, you got to take him down. You don't take him down, it might be a long night for the Eagles.
Girls, you think it's gonna be a long night to do it?
I think the matchups here is the Eagles front four versus Brady,
And the rest.
because Brady is a man of his own.
Mm-hmm.
Not to interrupt you, Lewis. Not to interrupt you, Lewis, but Derek, go fuck yourself.
No problem. Go fuck yourself. Even though I'm rooting for the Eagles, fuck yourself. Okay?
I just heard you say the refs, and I needed to add that. I'm sorry.
No. That's a point to bring up, Derek. What do you mean by the refs? What do you mean by the refs?
Oh, because it's pretty normal that in a playoff game, the refs are celebrating with the Patriots after they score a touchdown, giving high fives. Yo, let's go. Oh, it's supposed to be biased.
Dean, what are your thoughts on that?
This is why he's adopted.
No, this is why he's the village idiot. Derek, do you know how much trouble these refs would get in if they are found out that they're biased?
Derek, they choose the best refs in the game to ref each Super Bowl. There is no bias, all right?
But anyway, let's get to Derek. Derek, what do you think the Eagles need to do to win?
What?
Oh.
No, repeat what you said.
This man's the village idiot. What do you think the Eagles need to do to win the Super Bowl?
Well, what Lewis said that about the Eagles defense, that the front four has to get to Brady, and from an offense perspective, we have to run the ball, and our offensive line has to give enough time for Nick Foles to throw the ball, and he has to play exactly how he played Minnesota.
Alright, so when it comes to both teams, we discussed on what they need to do to win, but it comes down to Foles versus Brady. Dean, do you think Foles has anything over Brady? You think he can even compete?
No.
No. Very blunt and to the point, I see. Just no?
Yes. Yes. He just no.
Do you think there anything Foles can do that could outdo Brady? Maybe give him a little edge.
No.
No, no, just that simple. No. Wow. Okay.
The only way he's outdoing Brady is if he poisons Brady the night before. And even then, I'm not sure he can outduel him.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Derek, how have you felt about Foles? And the idea of Foles versus Brady. You have to admit, Foles isn't the best choice to go out there with.
Well, Foles is a great quarterback. He's not like
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'll allow it.
You said great. Do you know the definition of great?
Yeah.
So what makes Nick Foles great?
Well, cause the games that he played, his first game against the Giants, even though the Giants were having a bad year at the point, he threw for 4 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Okay, and then the next game he sucked dick.
He didn't. Who won the game?
Does it?
Explain who won the game.
Okay.
No.
Your defense won the game. Your defense won the game, not him.
Well, did you say that that defense does win Super Bowls?
Defense championships.
Derek, it's a simple. How could in God's earthly name could you say Nick Foles is great?
Listen, he's not. Listen, he's not great. It's impossible for him to be great. He has to stay away from the mistakes. If he stays away from the mistakes, the Eagles may have a chance. But if he makes one mistake in the Super Bowl, it's over. It's over.
I just find it weird that Derek thinks that Foles is a great quarterback when he was basically on Wentz's dick the entire year.
Well, Wentz is a great quarterback.
Oh my God.
Dean, what are your thoughts on this? No, this is a good thing. What makes a great quarterback?
He doesn't know the definition of. Wentz has played a year and a half. How you can't call him great?
Actually, a year and 3/4.
Dean, what do you think makes a great quarterback?
That's it. No. What do I think is a great quarterback? Somebody who single-handedly wins the game for you. Somebody who you know could put out on the field, and he will do everything in his power to win.
And you don't
Brady
think that's
is the definition of that?
And you don't think it's Wentz or Foles?
Not yet for Wentz. He's not even played 2 full years yet.
And Foles?
Foles is shit.
Okay.
He's a backup quarterback.
You're just a salty Giants fan, so shut the hell up.
I'm not salty.
Yes,
He's a
you are.
backup. He's a backup quarterback who just happened to be in the Super Bowl because he has a great team right now. That's it.
He didn't throw any great passes in the Minnesota game to Torrey Smith, the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not luck. He's Derek. I don't know where you're getting this idea from that he's great. Dan Marino's fucking great. Dan Marino's great. Okay?
Oh God.
He's great. Eli is great.
I don't know.
Oh wait.
Elway is great. Peyton Manning is great. You calling Foles great? That's a disgrace to those Hall of Famers. A disgrace. And I will not allow that. Nick Foles, great. Nick Foles could barely pick up a freaking jack strap. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He ain't great. He's a decent player right now. Why? Because he's got a good offensive line and a good coach that's keeping him out of trouble. He ain't great. Win the Super Bowl, be the MVP, show me that you're great. Bottom up.
Okay. Derek, you have any rebuttals against this? Because you feel very strongly that he's a great quarterback.
Oh boy.
I put the words in wrong. He is.
He's better than a backup quarterback.
Yes, he could be a starting quarterback on a different team. He plays like a starter, but he's not because he has, of course, Carson Wentz is there, and Carson Wentz deserves the job more than him because Carson Wentz knows the plays and all of that. And
No, Carson
Yes.
Wentz deserves it more because he's better.
Oh my
Jesus.
God. Now that actually brings up a good
Carson
point.
Wentz.
That brings up a good point of what you said, Derek. You were saying he'd be a starting quarterback on the other team. If the Eagles do lose the Super Bowl, do you think it's a chance that Foles will get traded?
100%.
yes, it's a possible chance.
It's not possible. It's 100%.
100%. So now what if
They'd be stupid.
No.
They'd be stupid. They'd be stupid not to trade him because his value is skyrocketed right now, and there's a lot of teams in the NFL that need a starting quarterback, and
The
you could
Browns.
probably rape a team for a first-round pick. That's the truth.
the Browns?
Not only that, he could go to a team and be successful in a system that's going to prevail for him to succeed. If he's in a bad system, let's just say the Dolphin system, which is the worst ever, okay? If he goes to the Dolphins, he's going to be like, I don't know, maybe Mark Sanchez. I don't want to go any lower. Jay Wilkins, Russell, quarterbacks like that.
Wow.
That's my opinion.
But yes, he will be traded.
Now the question is.
Yes, he will be traded.
Now the real question is, if the Eagles win, do they keep Foles or do they trade him for something even better?
Trade him for something even better. No matter
We just
when-
said we trade him.
No, that's
Win or
it.
loss,
So win or lose, you guys
Win
think
or loss,
he's
he's gone.
okay. All right, Derek,
He's
you
gone.
agree?
He's gone.
What?
Derek, as an Eagles fan,
Yeah, I
would
agree.
you want
I
him
just said
traded? Okay, all right, okay. Now, I think we've exhausted the Foles and Brady argument. Bottom line, Brady is obviously the better quarterback. So your defense, Derek, needs to step up. Now, I was talking with my dad earlier, and we were talking about some things that were going on, like what coaches were saying about the matchup. Dad, do you have that information for us?
Well, Belichick, he's definitely playing it down low like he always does. Like, he always puts up the other team. Like, they're good in this, they're good in that. Their offense,
Ups and downs.
he brings them up, brings them excited. Oh, their offense is good. Nick Foles is playing like Brady. His comments were, "Oh my God, Nick Foles, he's playing a great quarterback, amazing quarterback." I mean, Brady, shut the hell up. Shut up and do your job, which I'm sure you're gonna probably do. But why do you need to mention, "Oh, he's great" and all that? He ain't great. You know that. You're just hyping everybody up. Like Belichick comes in to ask him, "Oh, so what do you think about their offense?" "Oh, well, Nick Foles is playing great football, and Nick Foles this." It's not all about Nick Foles. It's not. You got a good running game and decent wide receivers that could get open. That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right. Dean, any thoughts on these statements? You think Brady should calm down and just do his fucking thing?
Well, they do this every Super Bowl, so I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about it. I mean, the only comment I would have is because I did watch some of the press conferences that I agreed with Belichick on one point that, how the Eagles are always trying to say that they're the underdogs. That is, in my opinion, false, because once you make it to the Super Bowl, there are no underdogs.
Okay. And that actually brings up a good point. When you look at the spread for the Eagles and Patriots, the Eagles are underdogged at 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah. So the question is, Dean, why do you think that like once you're in the Super Bowl, you're no longer an underdog?
Because you made it there and you had to have beaten very good teams to get it there.
Mhm.
Once you're at that point, your team is good enough to beat anybody.
Okay.
Okay, but are they good enough? Are they good enough to beat New England?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, but what do you what do you think in your honest like football experience? Yeah, it's like take away the fact that you hate the Eagles. Do you honestly think the Eagles have a chance?
Of course. Of course, they made it there. Okay, I know I'm gonna go all Giants fan on you, but in 2007 the Giants were going up against a 17-0 team. How does that make like there's no such thing as an underdog in the Super Bowl?
Weren't they 9-7 at that point too?
Exactly. It doesn't make a difference what your record is, who you have on player wise. Once you make it there,
It
you're
depends
there.
on how you play in the game.
Exactly. It's that simple.
All right. Fair point.
Yep.
Fair point.
I feel the same way.
Now
I
fun.
feel the same way.
Uh,
And the game could go any kind of way. It could go Brady's way because Brady shredded them all apart, or it could be the Eagles' way because the defense is stepping up.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, that's the only chance they have.
Is there defense?
Their offense, yeah, they got to do two things. They got to run the football, and their defense got to step up.
Mhm.
If not, it's over by halftime.
Derek,
By
did you
halftime.
say you disagree with that?
No, because I didn't. No, because he didn't say. Because he didn't say like that. The Eagles could run the ball too. Until he just said it.
Okay.
All right. So you're saying
Right?
it's
That's what. Dean, how would you see this in that perspective?
The only chance the Eagles have is their defense. That is it.
Absolutely. That's what I said.
Because there's no way, no matter how good their offense is, if you go into a duel with Tom Brady, you're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
So you have to play defense. You got to win by defense.
It has to be exactly like the last Super Bowl with the Atlanta Falcons. Besides blowing the lead.
You're an idiot.
Oh my god. Now obviously Brady's always gonna put it like play his heart out. He always does. Now I actually am curious. Wait, how many Super Bowl wins do the Patriots have already?
There'll be 5.
There'll be
They
5.
got 5. They're gonna go to tie for 6.
They want
Yes.
to go for 6. So would that make them
Brady fills up on
would that make them the most?
Pittsburgh has 6.
Okay, so that would
Pittsburgh has 6. They got 5.
so that would tie them with the most. Hey, that's a goal to strive for right there. Now the question is, how many
The
more?
Eagles also striving for a goal for Super Bowl.
Yeah, Derek, but the Eagles' track record with the Super Bowl isn't exactly the greatest.
I don't want to talk.
Oh, now you don't want to talk about
And
that. Why don't we want to talk about that, Derek?
Rollins was wide open. Okay.
Oh God. Now, fun fact: if the Eagles do end up winning, them and the Giants will be the only 2 teams that were able to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Well, Dean, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel comfortable sharing that spot with the Eagles?
I already stated that I want the Patriots to win.
Okay, so you would not feel comfortable with it.
I want the Patriots to win.
Now the question. Now the thing is, how many more years you guys think Brady has? Like before he
As many as he wants.
retires, because he's been in
many
the
as he
league for
wants.
a while. Well, Dad, what do you
He
think?
could throw a football when he's 60.
You think? You think he's gonna?
He's gonna throw a football when he's 60.
You think he's gonna be like the oldest guy to stay as a quarterback?
No, this is what. Hey, Dave, this is what's gonna happen. His 17-year-old son is gonna be a quarterback for like, I don't know, Notre Dame. They're gonna get drafted by New England in the 157th round, and he's gonna be the starting quarterback. He's gonna say, "Here, son, take over my job at 18 years old."
Wouldn't that
doubt
be
it.
something? Wouldn't that be
I'm not
something?
doubting
I could totally see him retiring when his son's there.
That'd be his. Would that be the first time it'd be a legacy like that, to where a quarterback passed down to the same team, to his kid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
That's unheard of.
That'd be insane.
Well, Brady isn't.
All right, so now the question that's really on everyone's mind, the score predictions. I'm gonna go one at a time and get all your opinions. Let's start off with the neutral party, or I like to see him as neutral. Dad, what do you think the score is gonna end up being?
31-20
Mm-hmm.
Eagles.
The 31-20 Eagles. That's a healthy margin between them. Then how do you come to that? Why do you think it's gonna be like that?
I think this is the end of Brady era.
You think it's the end of Brady?
I think, yes, they're losing so the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator
Oh really?
to coaching jobs. So this is the end of their era.
You think if the Eagles win, it marks the end? Like Brady is no longer gonna be hot shit?
No, he's still gonna have his Belichick there, but it's not gonna be the same.
It's not gonna be the same. Okay, I can see.
That's correct.
I can see that. All right. Now the major Eagle hater, Dean. What do you think the score is gonna be? Let me get your realistic and what you want it to be.
All right. What I want it to be, 45-0. But obviously that's not gonna happen. So my realistic, 27-17.
27-17. That's pretty close. Close. Why do you think that?
Why do I think that? Well, I think the deciding factor is Foles is going to throw 2 interceptions.
You think Foles is gonna throw 2 interceptions?
Yep.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. All right, Derek. I'm not gonna ask you for your realistic score because we know what it's gonna be. But what do you think the score is going to be?
I believe the score is going to be 27-24 Eagles.
27-24 Eagles. That you actually made it closer than both Dad and Dean. Why do you think it's gonna be this close?
Because I believe that it's going to be a nail biter at the end, and what's going to happen is that Nick Foles is going to show up, and Jake Elliott's going to kick the game-winning field goal.
Really?
But that's what I believe.
That's what you
Yes.
believe. Okay, all right. I could see that. Now, the thing is that Derek, obviously the Eagles don't have the best track record. As an Eagles fan, what do you think they could do? They could do differently in this game that they may have done throughout the prior games. Like, do you think there's any points that they need to change, like how they do things, or do you think they should just keep doing what they're doing?
Well, keep doing what they're doing with the offensive perspective. Like, keep on running the ball strong, passing the ball when needed. But the only problem I'm having is with the defense. There's only one player, and his name is Ronald Darby. Because for some reason, if you look in the past, in the 2 playoff games, he's been up against Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, and Julio Jones, and he's been giving them at least 10 yards, and he can't be giving 10 yards to Brady, or else Brady's just going to tear that thing up.
Wow, an actual logical choice, a logical answer from an Eagles fan. That's actually shocking to me. Now, this actually brings up something that I didn't mention when we were discussing topics, but I want to bring this up. Derek, how do you feel about your fans? How do you feel about your fellow Eagles fans?
Well, we have a jail in our stadium, so if that's a kind of a perfect way to describe it, but also like psychotic.
Psychotic.
Like mental asylum psychotic.
Psychotic.
How about this? They're so bad, they punched a horse, a cop's horse.
What? Wait, time out. They punched a horse?
And Gio, they also drove Range Rovers on next to the Rocky statue, and everyone was standing on top of cars near the Rocky statue.
Dean, as a Giants fan, obviously the Eagles are one of your rivals. Do you just like want to throw every fan just off a cliff or something?
let's put it this way: the Eagles are the only fans that, when they win, they burn their own city to the ground.
You think that's what's gonna happen if they
I
win
know
the
about
Super Bowl?
There's
If they win
definitely
the
gonna
Super Bowl, Philadelphia's gone.
it honestly.
So, the Eagles fans, I think that's blatant. Now, the thing is, do you think there's going to be some violence at this game with the Eagles fans? Do you guys think there's going to
No.
have to be like like heavy like police control around?
No.
Really,
No.
Derek?
It's just gonna be because it's a.
Listen. Hey, all right. First of all, I'll tell you a story that I heard today.
Okay.
This radio station, Philadelphia station that I listen to, they're out there already in Philly in the Super Bowl
in Minnesota.
in Minnesota, and there's been already a couple of occasions that Philly fans been hackled by the Minnesota fans because of the fact that they lost to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, in Minnesota, they're not allowed to serve any cheesesteaks, cream cheese, Philly cream cheese. You can't have a bagel with cream cheese. Not with Philly cream cheese.
Wait,
They
what?
took it off the shelf.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm that serious.
Your fans are mental, Derek.
That's how bad it is.
Your
No,
fan-
it's not us. It's Minnesota. We beat Minnesota, so Minnesota fans took off Philly cheesesteaks and cream cheese. Well, Philly cream cheese.
I personally think that during the Super Bowl, I think they should heighten security. That's just me.
No, of course, no, because before the game,
Gio,
Like, near, like, the
they do heighten security for the Super Bowl because obviously it's such a big event. But look, you're gonna get that one incident with the asshole fan who gets punched in the face, and both fans get escorted. That's just the way it is every single Super Bowl. You can't get away from that. But it's gonna be civil. It's a Super Bowl. It's a football game.
And the
There's
Eagles
not gonna
fans
be
are
fucking
anything
riots
but.
inside the. There's not gonna be riots inside the stadium. I mean.
No, it's not gonna be like that. Because a lot of people paid a lot of money for these.
And besides,
it's not-
besides, it's in Minnesota. Who the hell else is gonna riot outside when it's -10?
that's
And a blizzard coming.
Exactly.
Philadelphia fans if we win.
that's
No, you guys can do that in your own city and ruin that piece
Yeah,
of
you
shit city.
Dean, you can't call Philadelphia. Anyone who's listening from Philadelphia, we don't think your city's a piece of shit. We just think your fans are a bit eccentric.
As long as you're not an Eagle fan.
God.
Eccentric is a little downwards.
Okay. All right. So we need to wrap this up here. So I'm gonna go through everyone. All right. So Dean, final thoughts. Anything you want to say? Anything left? Anything you felt left unsaid?
Fuck Philly.
You.
Fuck Philly.
Oh my God. He does not.
Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, no, I almost forgot. My bad. Fuck you, Derek.
Okay. Dad, any closing statements?
Dean,
I'm sorry. Are you Dad?
I
Are
hope-
you Dad, Derek? Are you Dad?
oh, it sounded exactly like my name.
Well, you know what, Dad. What do you? Final thoughts.
Okay. Yes. My final thought is I hope we have a good Super Bowl.
All right. See, level-headed. And now let's go to the other extreme. Derek, final thoughts.
One thing, fuck the Giants. Fuck
Wow,
Dean.
why bring the Giants into this?
Fuck Dean. And my last thing I have to say is let's go fucking Eagles!
Derek, I swear I hope the Eagles get blown out so bad that they be disenfranchise their team.
Oh my God. But
I hope they lose 45-0 so they don't even come back as a franchise next year.
I want to. E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles!
Oh my God! And we got guys. That is it for the week by week podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Leave in the comment section below. You can or rate us or do whatever you want. Just tell us what you think of the show. Tell us what we need to change, and tell us if you think Derek should be thrown off the Empire State Building. Dang. And
I can tell you what we need to change.
Oh God. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We are on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. All links will be in the description. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys hopefully on Friday if Dean hasn't killed Derek by then. All right, peace.
Peace.
It's a pretty big if. Tell you that
that's
much.
good.
Oh my God! And just clutching it in. I believe that was 35, 40 minutes. Well done, kid, guys. Well done.